May this be one of the best moments of your life. You're listening to the BusinessMirror podcast for a broader look on business with Senior Editor Dennis Estopase.
Good day, I'm Dennis Estopase, and welcome to an assessment of the stock market performance, which comes out in the print edition and online version of the BusinessMirror newspaper every Monday. The journalist behind this story is BusinessMirror's VG Cabuag. Let's get on with the story. Share prices gained last week, but the main index remained at the 7,900 point level after touching the 8,000 point level for just one day. The benchmark Philippine Stock Exchange Index, or PSEI, gained 54.82 points to close the 4-day work week at 7,977.12. It was up for 3 straight days and even closed at 8,020.06 on Wednesday for the first time since August, before succumbing to profit-taking by Thursday, the last trading day of October. According to Christopher Mangon, research head at AAA Securities Incorporated, trading volumes remained extremely low for the last 3 weeks. The low volume trading week makes more sense because of just 4 trading days. Average daily trading for the week was at 6.1 billion pesos, while foreign investors were net buyers at 1.4 billion pesos. Mangun said, the recent foreign inflows that we have seen in the last several weeks have helped support this market. The Philippine Stock Exchange Index ended the month of October by a higher 2.6% after 2 consecutive months of losses. Most of the sub-indices ended on the green, with the exception of the Services Index that fell 18.48 points to close at 1,513.05 points. The broader All Shares Index was up 20.42 to 4,787.45. The Financials Index gained 41.61 to 1,918.40. The Industrial Index rose 0.87 to 10,470.94. The Holding Firms Index increased 85.26 to 7,830.30. The Property Index climbed 6 to 4,172.29. The Mining and Oil Index added 7.29 to close at 9,216.52. For the week, losers managed to edge gainers 116 to 106, and 24 shares remained unchanged. Top gainers were SunTrust Home Developers Incorporated, F&J Prince Holdings Corp. A, Asian Terminals Incorporated, Abra Mining and Industrial Corporation, Philippine Infradev Holdings Incorporated, and Macro Asia Corporation. Top losers, on the other hand, were Philippine Trust Company, Anchor Land Holdings Incorporated, Concrete Aggregates Corp. B, Chemical Industries of the Philippines Incorporated, Philippine Bank of Communications, and Ferronux Holdings Incorporated. Share prices may continue their gain this week, but analysts warned the continued cautious investor sentiment may dampen any growth that the market had over the past few weeks. Luis Limlingan, Managing Director at brokerage firm Regina Capital and Development Corp., said that the Philippine Stock Exchange still failed to maintain the 8,000 level. Limlingan said investors will need better than expected earnings, inflation, and gross domestic product figures this week to push the market. This week, crucial events will be the release of the inflation figures for October, which analysts expect to continue the downtrend. Figures for the third quarter gross domestic product is also going to be reported before the end of the week. Most analysts are not expecting any surprises, and most think that year-end GDP will not make it into the government's low-end target of 6%. That is according to Mangun. Mangun added, however, the recent pickup in infrastructure spending and consumer spending may have a better than expected effect on growth. He added that this may also give investors an extra boost of confidence to get back into this market. Mangun, however, warned that general investor sentiment remains cautious due to external concerns and because of how the market has performed in general. For the stock picks, broker Regina Capital advised to buy if the support price of between 4 pesos and 5 centavos and 3 pesos and 90 centavos holds for the stock of Nickel Asia Corp. The broker said that despite the gap in prices, Nickel Asia Corp was still hounded by a lot of selling pressure throughout. The bearishness completely eradicated its high of 4 pesos and 33 centavos and closed it almost flat at 4 pesos and 8 centavos. Interestingly, indicators are not as bearish, Regina Capital said. The broker added that overall, the 4 pesos and 5 centavos level appears to be a strong support level and would dictate this new price range if it will be sustained. Nickel Asia's share price closed last Thursday at 4 pesos and 0.01 apiece. Meanwhile, the broker recommended cutting loss on the stock of Manila Electric Company after the heavy sell-down may have reached its peak, as the stock finally broke, dropping to as low as 344 pesos during the week. This has been anticipated according to Regina Capital, since the reversal was in trend a few sessions ago. Unfortunately, Manila Electric Company's drop to its 52-week low will likely continue as no interim support is in sight to break the fall. Regina Capital advises to cut losses for the meantime. Manila Electric Company or Meralco's shares closed last week at 338 pesos and 40 centavos apiece. For the text version, please go to www.businessmirror.com.ph and search for Stock Market Outlook under the Companies section of the Business Mirror.
Thank you for listening to the Business Mirror podcast. For a broader look on business, follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Business Mirror. Until next time.